what's good, all of my Ruthless addicts? Thank you guys for stopping by. Welcome back to all of my subscribers. Welcome back to this review of season finale, episode 24 of Ruthless. Thank you to all the new visitors that are stopping by. If you stop by, that means you have become a Ruthless addict. So you might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead so that you can get all the notifications when there's new content being uploaded, and just enjoy the ride with us, all of us Ruthless addicts. All right, thank you guys. Okay, so on this season finale, our first scene is where Malcolm, Sarah, and Andrew are all in the same room. At this point, Andrew still has the gun pointed at them, and he's going back and forth with them, threatening them, saying, "I'm gonna kill you." But one thing we didn't know at the beginning of the season, and only up until this date, that we discovered that Andrew actually trained Malcolm. So, it's like a real big slap in the face at the fact that, hey, I trained you and now you're sleeping with my wife. That's a real slap in the face. So bad enough that I'm your coworker, but then you sleep with my wife, and I train you and you sleep with my wife, that's even worse. But so we could all understand why Andrew would be pretty pissed right about now. So he, like I said, he still has the gun aimed at them. And he says, well, Malcolm, since since I trained you, let's check out your skills. Let's see what type of negotiating skills you actually have. And, Malcolm is trying. He's trying to push, trying not to push the buttons, push the wrong buttons. In the meantime, it's not working. Andrew is like, that's the wrong answer. Give me something different. Then maybe I'll let you go, or whatever the case may be. But nah, Andrew, he's just really, I think he was just toying with Malcolm and Sarah. So he gets on the telephone and he makes a phone call, and don't know who he's calling at this point. Who did you guys think he was calling? Because at that point I thought, maybe he's calling Dycon to go ahead and come and witness, hey, I'm doing what you guys asked me to do, and here go the bodies, whatever. But that's not what happened. So in the midst of all of that, you hear a voice at the door or in the background, and it's Mac. So apparently Andrew has gotten on the phone and called Mac and let him know, hey, I need you to, go ahead and get over here and come on in, through the back door. So once he hears the voice of Mac, he says the gun is down, and basically that you can come on in. And once Malcolm hears that it's Mac's voice, he's, he done all that man up, all that testosterone that he once had went a little out the window, because he's like, yeah, Mac, he's in here, he's got a gun at me, and of course Andrew's still going along, and yeah, I'm not just gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill her too. So finally Mac is allowed to come into the room, and Andrew says, I'm here because they want me to kill her. Well, as we can see, y'all, he didn't kill her. He didn't want to kill her. He basically came to save her life. Even though he, hates her for cheating on him, he still came, to save her life. So he lets Sarah know and Mac know they want me to kill her. Who are they? And Andrew says, the highest, the Rakadushi, they want me to kill her, and I have about 12 hours to do it, and I can't go back to the compound if I don't do it. So they're talking back and forth about it, and of course, but let me tell y'all, before they actually got that conversation out, can I tell y'all, Andrew gave Malcolm a whole 1-2. Like, that's what messing with my wife. I'm pretty sure he had been wanting to do that for the longest. But yeah, that's for messing with my wife. So he gave him what he was looking for. So yeah. Anyway, back to that. They say, so finally Sarah says, okay, I'll do it. And at first she's hesitant because she thinks, they're going to take her away from her son and everything. But Mac is like, you don't have to be away from your son. He can come home to you every single day, and you guys can come to my house. My wife and I would love to have you guys. And at this point, Sarah is, she's thinking about it, and then she's looking at Andrew in a way that Malcolm gets uncomfortable with, and she's looking at him like she still loves him, which I'm sure she does. She felt like at the beginning she just made a big mistake, and it's nothing that can, bring her back from it, because Andrew doesn't even want to look at her, doesn't want to talk to her or anything. So at this point, she's looking at him like wow, he really saved me. He could have actually killed me. And Malcolm, jealous behind, what are you looking at him like that for? What you looking at him like that for? Let me tell y'all something. Malcolm is low-key crazy. If y'all didn't see it in the very beginning when he opened up, when Andrew had that gun pointed at him and he's pushing that gun up against his head, yeah, and Malcolm is a little off. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens with Malcolm on the next go-round. But, yeah, Sarah agrees to everything, and then that's about it for the end of that scene. Sarah, like I said, she agrees to everything, and then we find out what the next step's going to be. Also, Andrew told Mac how we going to actually confirm that, she's really dead. He said, I need crime scene tape. I need a whole scene that looks like somebody has been murdered here, and I need the news. And that's how we'll get it confirmed that somebody has actually been murdered. Y'all remember they did the same thing to Denise on the Oval. They set it up to where, they had the look like she had been murdered and so on and so forth. And then they had news do their part. So I guess that's all it take. Y'all call the news people. They'll confirm anything, whether it's true or not. They'll confirm it. So, yep. All right, guys. So in the next scene, we have Brian and Sheriff Conley, who make their way to the couple's house. I can't remember their names. I don't know if it's Earl and Diane, but I'm gonna give them Earl and Diane today. They're gonna be Earl and Diane today. So anyway, Earl comes. He's talking to the sheriff through the door. He's like, the sheriff's like, it's me. You can see me coming a mile away. And so he finally walks out the house, and his wife follows. And they say, are you here, to bring us the money for the truck? And Sheriff, he just completely forgot. Dicon was supposed to give them money to pay for the window in their truck. My thing is, she shot her own window out. Why are they paying for it? But I guess that was just a way for Dicon to kind of help pacify the situation and make everybody feel all better. And so the sheriff and Brian ask, is there have you heard anything different over there? Is anything that you know of going on? And so the wife says they're normally singing. They sing, all the time, and they sing quite beautifully. And so that's all that we've heard over there, nothing different. And so that was pretty much it. That's all they've heard. There's nothing new. No gunshots or anything like that they could possibly have heard, to spark them to actually call the police. So to them, things have been, relatively calm over there. And, of course, Brian Rollins, what's good, Jamie Calica. But yeah, Brian, he's trying to find out, he's trying to get more details, trying to dig into, something just to have a reason to actually go over there. But in the meantime, the sheriff says, okay, well, we'll make sure that they give you your money for your window. And that's about it. No big conversation with those guys. I'm still curious as to did the drugs do something to Sheriff Conley? Because before he was all, we got to get to the Rockpool. We got to, we got to shut him. We got to see what's going on out there. And now it's like he's just like so nonchalant about everything when it comes to the Rockpool. So we'll see next season what actually, goes down with them. All right. So then in the following scene, we see Agnes and Elder Mother. They're outside talking. And, of course, Agnes walks up to Elder Mother, greets her, good morning, Mother Elder Marva, and Marva asks, is Lilo, is he still here? Is he still at the trailer? And of course, Agnes says, yeah, he's there with Joan. Joan is good. She's an accountant. She's taking care of everything. And Marva's like, she just don't like Lilo. She has the nerve. She says he's evil. Lady, you're just as evil as him. So y'all make a good couple because both of y'all are evil and crazy. So yeah, but Agnes asked, well, did you, make him something special? And of course, Marva made him something special because he over there sitting in that trailer with the bubble guts. My thing is, what time did Lilo actually get there? Because when they arrived, it was still daytime, and now it's a whole nother morning. So you mean to tell me he's been there all that time trying to calculate the money? So Marva is like, she's got jokes. So once Agnes asks, have you prepared him a meal? And Marva's like, yeah, I prepared him something special. And she has something a little slick to say, but then she says he will take comfort in that toilet in a minute. So you already know. Last week she gave the man the bubble guts, and he gonna have to find a bathroom eventually. Okay, so next we have Paula and Agnes in the wash trailer. Paula looks like to Agnes that she has completed all of her work that she's supposed to be doing. And so she's sitting down because, of course, after she drank bleach, she's still kind of weak. And so Agnes is like, okay, you did good, but I'm going to need you to stand up. You're going to still have to get on your feet. I know you say you're weak or whatever, but that's understandable because you drank bleach, but you're still going to have to get on your feet. And so Zane just so happens to be walking by, and she says, Agnes says to Zane, you girl, help her do the laundry. Now, mind you, Zane is the reason why that laundry is done already anyway. But, Zane is like, okay, no problem, mother, I'll go ahead and help her. And she, she's, it's like, Agnes seemed like, I think Agnes is really one of the ones that want to leave, because she could have really been a jerk like Marva and said, you got to do all of this laundry by yourself. So Agnes might actually be in on the ploy to get out. Or there's another plot that's going to come when I talk about River. But she might be in on one or two things. So we're going to see what happens. So then Agnes leaves the wash trailer, and Zane gives Paula something to drink. She says, you need to drink this. And Paula is like, it hurts. It burns when I drink anything. When it goes down, it burns. Now, mind you, she acting like a big old baby right now because I know she's in pain, but sis, you the one that drank the bleach. Like, you drank the bleach on your own. Nobody made you do that. Like, just suck it up. Sorry. No sympathy right now because you drank that bleach. Like, you should have known better. But anyway, so she drinks down she drinks down whatever that concoction, whatever it is that Zane gives her. And then, they're talking, and she says something to the fact that, thank God. And, Paula, and then Zane says, yeah, thank the Raku because, he's taking care of us, so on and so forth. And out of the blue, Paula's like, wait a minute, like, before you weren't even believing the Raku, so now why all of this, change of heart? And so, at this point, I'm thinking, what is going on with Zane? Did she drink the Kool-Aid and revert back to believing in the Raku? I don't know, but yeah, that's something to think about. We're gonna have to find out next season what happens. Like, why did her mind all of a sudden go back to the Raku? Or does she think someone is listening? Like, they try to do everything in secret, but I'm confused at this point. Before she was ready to go, she was all about, it wasn't, Raku was not her God. Now all of a sudden Raku is back to being her God. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens season 2. Okay, so then in the next scene, we have Marva and Lacey, and Lacey is just trying to let Elder Mother know, hey, I'm in pain, and of course Elder Mother Marva is like, bump that, you go into the kitchen. So she says, go to the kitchen, and Lacey, once again, it's like I said, she's just trying to explain to her, I'm in pain, and they did all these horrible things to me. But Marva ain't hearing it. Marva's like, you did what you had to do for the Raku, and there are gonna be some pains. We're all in some pain, but we will get through it with the Raku. And so, she's like, just hurry up and get to the kitchen. So then Marva finally leaves from out of the trailer that Lacey is in, and in walks Oliver. So Oliver's like, babe, tell me, what happened. Like, I need to know what's going on, what happened to you. And so she finally tells him, hey, they raped me. And then he was like, what do you mean they? She said it was about 5 of them. And they just did horrible things to me. And at this point, I'm leaving here. I don't care what anyone says. I'm getting out of this compound. I'm leaving tonight. And Oliver's like, you can't do that because, the only way people leave here is through the Raku, meaning, through death. And that's basically the only way you're going to be able to leave this Rakadushi compound. And Lacey's like, you can say what you want, but I'm getting out of here. I ain't got to go home, but I'm getting the heck up out of here. And, then Marva, I don't know if she actually hears Lacey talking to Oliver, but she's like, come on, girl, hurry up. And so Oliver leaves from out of her trailer, Lacey's trailer, and then Lacey, walks out to go help or walk with Marva. Head to the kitchen. If anything, I would be cooking Marva a nice plate of something, so she can head to one of those little porta potties out there. But yeah, so yep, Lacey's headed to the kitchen. Oliver is fuming like it's the end. He's literally at his edge right now. You done messed with my boo thing, and now it's about to be a problem. All right, so in the next scene, we have Clark and Daikon. And Clark is, he's trying to ease his way up to this conversation that he wants to have with Daikon. And so finally, after a little small talk, Clark says, hey, the elder mother is a problem. She's been flirting with everybody. She's been flirting with me. She's been flirting with Oliver. And it's, I know it's against the Raku way, and she's just not doing what she's supposed to. And, Daikon is like, at first he's like, man, quit lying. You know what I mean? Like, he's got that little nonchalant type attitude. And then he says, no, really, she's really doing it. She made me disrobe, meaning take all my clothes off, and she tried to make me have sex with her. And Daikon is looking at him like, what? Like, so he's like, yeah, she really did it. And Daikon says, man, go on out of here. And then he just breaks out laughing. I laugh right along with him because it was funny. Like, just imagine you coming to your big brother to tell him that some old lady has been hitting on you. Like, that's hilarious. That's just freaking hilarious to me. So Daikon busts out laughing, but then quickly he says, tell me everything that she has in her trailer. So I don't know. Maybe he's about to set Mother Elder Marva up for the kill, or I don't know what's gonna happen to Marva next. But yeah, the truth has finally been revealed that Marva is on the compound trying to get her freak on. So we're gonna see what happens next, y'all. All right, so next we have Daikon and Ruth, and they meet in the punishment trailer. And this is after the highest has basically put a sword up to Ruth's face and basically had threatened her and told her to cut your own face. And, so finally Daikon is able to see Ruth. And Ruth is in tears. She's, and she's, I don't know look, let me say, I don't know if Ruth is acting or if she really loves Daikon at this point, or if she even likes Daikon just a little bit, or if she's just more in fear for her life. But whatever it is, she had the tears rolling down her eyes, and Daikon was taking it all in and believing every little word and hanging on to every little word that she said, and she said that I loved you, and yeah, Daikon, of course, he fell for it. So, whew, this is gonna be a challenge. We'll see what happens. As I always said, we'll see what happens on the next episode, the next season. As far as how far or how much farther Daikon and Ruth can actually go. Okay, so at this point, you have River, who actually convinces the highest to see Ruth. Um, the highest, of course, he's good at bringing up people's backgrounds of who they were before they came to the Rakadushi compound. Like, he's always good at saying how Ruth was a hoe and and a prostitute, and a madam, and every other ungodly thing that he can think of, unraku like thing that he can think of to call Ruth. And so the highest says to River, he's like, yeah, I remember you used to be a con man. And River's like, yeah, we've been at a lot of things before, we met the Raku. And so if River is running a con right now, which I think he is, because he can't just be all over the highest like this. There's just got to be something that's coming later on that's going to show us that he's really not as loyal as he says he is to the highest. So River, the highest is, like I said, River has convinced the highest to see Ruth. And so River goes out to go find Ruth, and he's hiding behind one of the little trucks that they have there, and he jumps out. Boo! Like, really? Like she really supposed to be scared of that. But okay, we'll let you have that moment, River. That was funny. So yeah, he jumps out from behind the truck. Ask her, where have you come from, and where you going, blah blah blah, just questioning her like he the whole police. And River, Ruth is like, she's just so over River because she doesn't know how to take him. She don't know what he got going on. So she says, I'm heading to my trailer, and River is just like, well, you need to go get cleaned up. I smell Daikon all on you. You need to go get cleaned up because the highest wants to see you. Now, at this point, Ruth is like, damn, what I do now? So she's going to go prepare herself to go see the highest. But in the meantime, like, she's questioning River, like, what do you have to gain from all of this? Like, why are you so invested in me going and talking to the highest? So River, he approaches Ruth, and he's telling her, hey, the highest wants to see you. I know you've been with Daikon. You need to go ahead and get yourself together so you can come and, see the highest. And Ruth is like, why should I even trust you? So he pulls Ruth aside. He pulls her behind a truck so that nobody could actually see them there talking. And he says, there's a whole lot of money that's laundered in and out of here through the cartel. And when all of this goes down south, we're going to need to get control of that money so that all of the suffering and crap and everything we've had to do here basically won't be in vain. We'll have a little money to fall back on, and we won't have to worry about anything, after that. So, of course, Ruth is like, but still, why should I trust you? He says, well, everybody sees everything around here, and the ones that see everything aren't talking. We could have easily have gone and told the highest what was going on, but we kept our mouths shut. So that should tell you right there that you can trust us. And so finally, of course, Ruth, she go ahead and agrees. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll go see the highest, basically. River got a little slick mouth though, because he told Ruth, now go ahead, wash your box. I'm not gonna say the word, but go ahead, wash your box and get it together and go see the highest. And hopefully he won't notice that you've been with Daikon. So, of course, she does. She was like, but don't rush me, or don't try me like that. We two of alike, in other words. So she goes, like I said, she goes and gets it together, and she's on her way to go and meet the highest. Okay, so we're at the trailer, the accounting or the finance trailer, with Joan and Lilo. Of course, Lilo is still gassy. He got his whole little flagellates thing going on, and Joan is just like, "Oh, please hurry up! Come on, let's hurry up and get this dude up out of here." And then Agnes walks in, and she's talking, talking to Lilo, and Lilo is like, "Well, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Where is the bathroom?" And so Agnes was like, "Well, I can get you, I can send, I got somebody that will actually take you to the bathroom." And she calls Boy. At this second, we don't know who Boy is. But she calls for someone to take Lilo to the restroom, or the outhouse, because there are no restrooms, or are there? So anyway, she Joan is still in the trailer. Lilo has left out, and Joan is still in the trailer. Agnes says, the highest wants to see you. And she's like, "Well, Lilo wants me in here, and I'm just trying to. I'll stay here until we're done." And Agnes is like, "No, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll handle it. You just go see what the highest wants." So she makes her way over to the trailer where the highest is. Joan does. She makes her way over to the trailer where the highest is. And in the meantime, Agnes looks down in the books. So now, if you do recall, River was just talking about transferring money to certain accounts, and now I'm wondering, was it Agnes that's gonna help him transfer that money, or is it Joan? Because she was doing a whole lot of work looking in those books, and she had a whole lot of ideas on how to get money from one city to the next, and all in the same state, but still in just different cities. So we're gonna see if which of the two out of Joan and Agnes are plotting with River. Who do you guys think? Which one which one? Marva, or I'm sorry, Agnes, Agnes or Joan? Which of the two are plotting with River? Let me know in your comments below. I'm just curious to see if where everybody's head is when it comes to this. Just let me know what you guys are thinking, okay? So anyway, the next scene, we see that Ruth has made her way to the trailer with the highest. Of course, the highest is like telling her, it's been a long time since he's been with a woman, and he's not sure he really want to do all of this. And Ruth putting her little swag on, and just like, yeah, I wanted to be with you anyway, and I understand. I'll do whatever you want. And so he says, "Well, you can't touch me until you're pure." And so he sends her over to this bowl so that she can wash her hands. And she washes her hands. Like, where's the soap? Like, nobody uses soap on this compound. But anyway, she washes her hands, and then he says, "Now you're pure. You can touch me." So he tells her to take off her robe. So she takes off her robe. Can I ask y'all something? Where did they get Victoria's Secret from on the Rockadisha compound? Because the undergarments that she had on was not some regular cotton type panties. Y'all understand me? So if y'all missed that part, which I'm sure y'all didn't, but if you did, go back and watch that. Yeah, she had on her whole little Vicky S type situation. So finally she makes her way. He tells her, "You can come to me now." So she crawls over to him. This reminds me of how Denise had the president in the Oval, how she had the president on his knees crawling to her. Well, the situation is kind of reversed. Ruth is crawling to the highest. And so she makes her way up to the highest, and she's kind of touching him, but he's like acting like it's oh so disgusting that a woman is touching him. And so she says, "Well, what is it exactly that you want me to do?" And he says, what you do to them. Like I said, he loves bringing up the people's past, but What about your past highest? What have you done? But anyway, yeah, so she says, okay, so I guess in her mind, she's like, I got you. So then she proceeds to go down on the heights. And when you look in his eyes, you know that the highest has just been got, okay? Whatever little plan River had going on, yeah, it worked. It worked. So then at the end, the final scene of this whole season finale literally left heads rolling. Literally. Okay, so now we find out that Oliver is the one that escorts Lilo to use the bathroom. So Lilo, first they make their way to one of the little outhouses that they have without the covering on it. And Lilo's like, I'm not using that. And of course, in Lilo fashion, he sees Ruth come out of, I guess what is like a changing room. And he sees her and he's trying to get with her. Well, who is that? And of course, Ruth is just gonna brush him off. I'm Ruth, and that's all you need to know. She brushed him off. She kept making her way to the heights. Of course, that was prior to, so that was like a little scene before she made her way to the heights. But anyway, so Lilo and Oliver, they're walking, and he's like, I'm not using that. I'm not using that toilet. That's nasty. I don't know what y'all got going on here, but I know I want to use the toilet that the highest uses. Now, mind you, you've been escorted by a henchman that already don't like you. You might want to not talk as much trash, and you might just want to use that outhouse. But nope, not Lilo. He had to go to somewhere special. He just couldn't use that one right there. So they end up in the woods. Oliver and Lilo together end up in the woods. And Oliver, Lilo is just talking and running his mouth. Mind you, he's supposed to have a bubble gut. So he has yet to stop and squat or whatever he was going to do to use the bathroom. So, he's still in Lilo fashion talking his trash. And Oliver's like, and he tells Oliver exactly what happened to Lacey, and Oliver is getting more and more heated, almost like to the point where he just blanked out. Then the next thing you know, Lilo bends over because his stomach is hurting, and Oliver grabs an axe, an axe. Yeah, he grabs that axe. And the next thing you know, he went swinging as if he was on the baseball team, y'all. When I tell you all baseball, hockey, soccer, whatever, anything that involves a bat and a ball, croquet, all of that stuff, all his skills came out the window when he literally had Lilo's head rolling. He has chopped the man's head off. Now, let me tell y'all something. I think that Oliver has just stirred up a whole bed of red ants. But I'm also hoping that this was just a premonition of something that Oliver just wanted to do, and that Lilo will still be alive when we return to season 2. Because like I said, if he doesn't, if he has truly... Right, guys, that's it. We are now on our way to season 2, you guys. Looking forward to it. It's supposed to be coming back in March, if I'm not mistaken. So we're definitely looking forward to season 2. We're looking forward to so many things that's going on in this next season of Ruthless, y'all. When I tell you, I'm anticipating on what's going to happen next. But anyway, you guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking your time, a little bit of time out your own schedule to view this review. I also want to say rest in peace to the one who has done it, one of the greatest ladies ever, Miss Cicely Tyson. May she rest in peace. I know she was played a big role in Tyler Perry's life, and he played a very big role in hers. So I just want to say rest in peace to her, the #1 lady, y'all. And once again, thank you guys for stopping by. If you're not already family, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel. You are Ruthless Addict if you're here. So thank you guys for stopping by. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace. Until next time.